Well, recording. Okay, make sure. It's host Leave It here once again. Welcome back to my new YouTube channel. Uh, again, with the one with the mask profile picture on it. I'll explain because I had to get a new computer here, and I could not reset my password for my YouTube channel, so I created a new one here. I do appreciate the folks that some family members might have shared my channel. Appreciate just keep on sharing the channel. Do appreciate it a lot. You know, even when I'm at work, don't just when I'm working during the week, keep on subscribing. I do appreciate it. Even if it's very little now, I've still been on YouTube for 10 years. It's just the crap going on with YouTube and all that. But anyway, like I've been saying, I've been on a superhero marathon on my YouTube channel. Um, and I'm on the 2000s era of superhero movies. Movies to 2000, 2009. I've been on the year 2002. Last time I reviewed was Blade 2. But before I reviewed this first Sam Raimi Spider-Man film, I've been talking about the 90s cartoon. Last time was Spider-Man The Ultimate Villain Zero. I also reviewed Spider-Man on my other YouTube channel. I reviewed Spider-Man vs. Green Goblin. The Return of Green Goblin and Spider-Man: The Venom Saga. I think this you see a trailer of this on here. But anyway, today I'm going to review. Some of the episodes were released in 1995, but this is Spider-Man vs. Doc Ock. Yeah, this is like 4 episodes in here. It has two classic episodes from the 1960 series, The Power of Dr. Octopus and The Observer Friday. Yeah, only one features Doc Ock, which is The Power of Dr. Octopus. And Doc Ock's only the main villain in one episode in this on this DVD. But this was direct to video in 2004. Now, the thing is, Disney owns this now. This show is on Disney Plus if you want to watch the whole series. But sadly, hopefully, it's not quite so bad, um, but yeah, Disney has now owned it. Yeah, I can't even speak for it. But yeah, Disney owns it, but they have never released 5 seasons on DVD, which is ridiculous. I'm like, I want them to release DVD, but to me, this is still the best version of Spider-Man, in my opinion. Always love the show. This is my introduction to the character. But yeah, let's get to it, shall we? Hope I can make in-depth videos, or longer videos on this channel. But anyway, we'll talk about the 4 episodes, starting with Dr. Octopus and the Armed and Dangerous. The episode starts out with Peter Parker arriving to, already mentioned he's going on a date with Felicia Hart. They've worked together. They've been like with science, but he's been interested in Alicia. But, Felicia. He's been interested in her, wanting to date her. Finds her very attractive. She's attractive, but of course she doesn't really want to date Peter Parker. You know, he's kind of going with her like as a tutor guide, as part of science, not actual date, because she's more like a Spider-Man than she is him. But anyway, he arrives. He's like, "I should have worn a shirt." She's like, "I'm full on here." Yeah, with Church Flowers, gives her flowers, and all of a sudden, you see Doc Ock showing up. He tapped with his tentacles, with his forearms, tackling some people down. Knocks out a security guard. Kidnaps Felicia. There's a picture here. Kidnaps Felicia. And Peter Parker's like staring at them, but he pushes Parker out of the way, with tentacles, and he tells the cops that it's like, "Do you have 4 arms too? Four heads too?" And they're just laughing at him. He's like, "Look, I don't care if you don't believe me or not. You need to get there and find her." And Anastasia Hardy, Felicia's mother comes, realizes it was Doc Ock, and her Hardy Foundation, they refunded his research. They funded his research, but they took it away. You know, the ransom note, and she knows it is, it's from Doc Ock, about Octavius. And Peter talks about that. And when Peter was a kid, was a little boy when before been, sadly shot and killed even before he became Spider-Man when he was a kid, little kid, gosh, that he went to a science camp and Doc Ock was his, I'm sorry, Dr. Otto Octavius was his teacher. And he's always looked at Otto because Octavius was a brilliant scientist, you know, and he wonders how could he become this way, become a criminal. And he was only 10 years old. He said, their laughter is meaningless. Science is the real important thing. It's justify that what we do in its service. I got brains she was hideout. He tells Alicia about himself that, that he created this nuclear battery, but his colleagues ridiculed him, made fun of him, believed it couldn't work. So, but his mother, but her mother, with her foundation, the Heart Foundation, they funded it for him for his research. And she grew tired of his like research, so she terminated his research. And to continue his work, he had to go like to an old abandoned warehouse to continue his work. And eventually the machine went haywire. An accident happened. It's like, then the next thing happened. It's like, although Octavius was dead, but then born with the heart was. He's like, no one's ever done anything. Yeah. And, his mechanical arms, they're fused to his spine. So they tell Peter a little later in the episode that, they do his thinking for him. He can work 4 times just as faster, you know. I think in the comics and in Spider-Man 2, the 2004 sequel, Spider-Man 2, I'm talking about, that they can talk to Dog in his head, Otto in his head. They can talk to Otto in his brain. Uh, mind manipulation. Sorry, telekinesis. Him. Yeah. Vision Jefferson makes a conference about it on TV, a news broadcast about it. Telling him, why are you doing this? Tell us what you need. And he calls him and he says something to JJ lose, Jonah, Jameson loses. Cool. He's mad. He's like, oh, you are a loser, He's like, you're just a cow. You're not a scientist. You're just a coward who kidnapped a girl. You know, he's like, a coward, am I? Why don't you come bring the rest of the money yourself? He's like, me? Yeah, if you two help to do it. And of course, Spider-Man follows him, and he grabs JJ, getting ready to kidnap him. But Spider-Man shows up, and Spider-Man's been in a match for him. As they form, get Spider-Man up, and he's like, this time, since I got another hostage here, twice the ransom money. I'm not gonna throw Spider-Man out of the window into the water, and he lands in the water. Spider-Man jumps out, he's like, oh, you think you bring me that easily? Touch back into it, then he's like, they're gone, you know. And Sarah Hardy's mad. She blames him. Like, why can't you let me stay out of it? Let the top handle. Let's skip the rest and get my daughter back. Because of you, she might die. She walks off angrily. And even Robert Robertson, who loves Spider-Man, who defends Spidey, that he's the hero and stuff, says, you know what? I can't believe it. You fell. You know, JJ was right. That hurt probably. But he figures, he's like, I'm just going to save him self-pity. And he takes off his mask and he's like, there's nothing Spider-Man can do, but Peter Parker handle the situation. So he's able to use his identity as Peter Parker. Yeah, just be Peter, talking to Doc Ock on the phone, talking to Otto, if you remember him from Science Camp. And of course, Otto remembers him. They have a little conversation. He's like, hey, what about fusion reactor? He's like, you never wrote that book. He's like, correct, Parker. I'll trust you to deliver the money. Now I can show you my little science project. And he does come with a science project. And he's like, Parker, is that the money? Yes. He's like, well, they can hang around for a little bit. You know, he shows him his nuclear battery and what it can do, how his arms work. He's like, you promise you'll let them go. Yeah, I am no longer your student. You don't what to do anymore. It's like, well, I'll teach you a new lesson. He goes Peter out the window, but he changes into Spider-Man really quickly. Spider-Man fights him, probably mad for him, but he had to trick Doc Ock to give him somewhere to, this bag where he can get his claws on to knock him out. He's like, oh, I'm no fool, Spider-Man. Won't fall for the same shit twice. I can wait. He's got this missile that when it turns on, the beam turns on. When it turns it on by accident, it can, when the fire goes off the rocket, it'll kill JJ and Felicia. And Spider-Man is like, you know what girl's nuclear battery? To give Dr. Come over grabs nuclear battery. Grabs the battery, his life's work. And he's like, your life's work for my friend's life. And he throws it, catches it, and Spider-Man, pushes the button. And the magnet grabs Doc Ock. It passes him out. And Spider-Man swings him up. I like it when he holding Felicia and then he's got, the leg. JJ goes around like, ah! I thought that was kind of funny. And she's like, and Doc gets passed out, and and Felicia's like, Peter, where's Peter? You know, and Spider-Man goes clearly back to work. Phyllis Peter is like, oh, I'm okay. She's like, but next time, Parker, I just don't want to get kidnapped next time we go on days. Like, okay, it's the deal then. And then the episode ends with prison, all in locked up. He's like, nothing can hold, prison can't hold Doc. And that's the end of the episode. All right, next one, let's see, is the cat. This is the second episode of season 4. Spider-Man lost, I think, lost it. Opens up with Spider-Man, being saddened by the loss of Mary Jane. I think she was lost by Green Goblin. So I got my Darth Vader cup for when I do video. Felicia's on a date with a guy. Race, and he tries to tell Felicia her mind's wandering, thinking of her father, Don Hardesky. But, and Spider-Man who's feeling lonely wants to, maybe talk with her. Felicia goes home, after wondering about her father, and she sees her mother talking to Doc Ock. He's like, I look forward to helping you out again, Felicia. Spider-Man shows up to, randomly talk to her, but and it's actually good timing. Has a little fight with Doc Ock, and Doc Ock knocks him out. He's like, what do you want? He's like, I'm not going to discuss it with you, especially not for Spider-Man. But she won't tell him what's going on. Why Doc visit her, why she, making a bargain with Doc Ock. She won't pay right for Spider-Man. Let's keep the police out of it. The Spider-Man, the Felicia, he's sorry. Felicia's like, all the men in my life, you know, Spider-Man, Jason, Grace, men that, archangels in the night, something like that. Something her father told her when she was a little girl. He means Michael Morbius, sorry. Yeah, of course, became a vampire. Men who are wrapped in the dark blanket of the night. Later on, though, at the Daily Beagle, Peter does research on computer to find out what for the fortune is, because the police told him about it. She has investigated it. Peter learns that the fortune was a collection of very diamonds that were stolen by a criminal called Cat, John Hardesty, which was, as you saw a picture earlier, in the Hardy's house. Oh, sorry. Felicia's father was a criminal called the Cat. He would sneak around. He would steal. He's a thief, and that he had been in prison for a while. He learned that. Excuse me. He introduced that Doc Ock was blackmailing them, I guess, so that he can get his research back or something like that. So he's gonna blackmail them. Yeah. Sorry about the quality, yo. Doc Ock ends up going to the warehouse, but Kingpin's man comes to attack. He's like, "You gonna fight them? Fight me!" He's like, he does attack them, but he has to knock them out. He wakes up later on the ship on this ship that is owned by Wilson Fisk, aka the Kingpin, telling him that he needs help. Well, anyway, you find out that John Hardesty. Sorry, I go over my reviews. Let's do that. But John Hardesty, when he was a kid, about 15, something like that, that he was helping these men out. Thinking he was helping his country. That he begins these Nazis, and he goes and sees them do this experiment on Steve Rogers, who is, of course, we've seen him become Captain America. And he's like, why would they be doing that? He looks for former super soldier. He really has a good memory of it in his brain, in his mind. He's got a good memory of it. He goes back to the men. But he tells them, wait a minute, they're not the Nazis. You are. He's like, I'll never tell anybody. I'll keep that secret for the rest of my life. And he runs away. It's just a secret that could damage the world or destroy the world, basically. And he has to kind of hide from his family, protect his family by being away from them. But Hardesky's in prison and S.H.I.E.L.D., run by Nick Fury. But anyway, back to Kingpin and Doc Ock. Doc Ock tells Kingpin, him and that he can get the super soldier system. He can army of soldiers take over the world, something like that. Yeah, mighty good power in the Kingpin's hands. Um, Fireman tries to go to Shield. He takes this pen that when he met Shield earlier when he was sneaking out, that he has this pen from them. He's able to sneak in. Peter was able to sneak into the office, DJ's office, and take it. Takes it. He uses the beeper, and they attack him with it. And then he asks Nick Fury about John Hardesky the cat. He's like, no comment, that's classified. And they say, drop him off, kill him. This time Spider-Man gets the information he needs, steals it from S.H.I.E.L.D. He's, he found out like a million who is somebody who can transform is a shapeshifter. He can transform himself to anybody. Anyway, with the community's help, um, kind of being like a Terminator now, kind of like being a machine now, he's able to transform himself to John Hardesky, able to get Hardesky by pretending to be Nick Fury, getting Hardesky to capture Spider-Man tries to fight with Chameleon. And shoots at him. Spider-Man tries to use the web to climb back up, and then, you know, Chameleon shoots the web. Spider-Man has to, kind of use like a parachute as a web, which I thought was pretty cool. You know, get away, but they kidnap Hardesky. They want to kill about two super soldiers. They threaten Felicia. They kidnap Felicia, and he's like, Felicia, meet your father, John Hardesky, and she goes missing for 4 days, but Hardesky finds her, and Felicia becomes the Black Cat. Kidnaps Felicia, you know, threatening to harm her if he doesn't give him the formula. You know, but that's the cat episode. All right, next is two more episodes, guys, and that is the Black Cat. Yeah. Spider-Man is clinging around, blaming himself for, what happened to Felicia because he couldn't get to her in time. And her mother Anastasia is missing too. And he's like, how do I keep looking over my life? Meanwhile, you have this woman in a cat suit, Black Cat, robbing this place. She steals these diamonds. She got like this little machine, well, not machine, whatever she uses to stop the alarm. You see Spider-Man wanting to toy with him. She takes it off. Spider-Man had one. He's like, Spider, don't you know, fly, always land on their feet. But have 9 lives her and Black Cat fight. He's able to, Black Cat and Spidey fight. He's able to knock him out by using this, gas, this green gas she has. And he's about to use a mask, but she gives him a kiss in the mouth and like this, pick up the mask from me, like, you know. And then Felicia goes back to, Black Cat goes back to it and asks Felicia. Felicia took the serum. I guess it was another way to protect them. And Felicia comes up with a plan. They come up with a plan to escape. Because they know Kingpin is probably going to get rid of them, kill them all. At least that's Kingpin's plan. He's like, oh, such family reunions. I hate to terminate them. I guess since Kingpin has the super soldier serum, he knows the formula, and him and Landy could, work on it. Kind of like his two-faced doctor guy, whatever, who can, experiment on it, and he can build his own army. There's really no need for them anymore. So he just does kill them all. Now, Felicia has Black Cat. She escapes. She's like, John, hard desk. I will be back for you. You know, she goes to Spider-Man and asks him for help. Thankfully, Spider-Man is able to, Peter Parker talks to J. Jonah Jameson. J. Jonah Jameson tells him about, what do you know about Felicia? How's she doing? Yeah, her mother says she's at my place. She won't tell me what's wrong. And she even, he tells him, I don't know anything. Like, what do you know? You're plenty of business. Go back to you. Take your pictures, Parker. You know, and he's like, wow, Jameson actually cares about somebody. Hmm. What do you think? I really think Jameson does care for Anastasia. Excuse me. But he goes to Anastasia. He asks her about, Felicia. He's like, okay, well, when you need me, he gives Anastasia the spider tracker, which later she gives to Felicia. You know, that's something that can help him. And she goes to Black Cat, knowing that Spider-Man is the only man that can help her. They do, have a little bit of a fight until Shield shows up to attack him. But Black Cat helps him out, and she's got a little string that she can use to fly too, like kind of like Spider-Man. And they steal this motorcycle. He's like, I'm not a thief. She is, I'm sure, but not me. They take off there, we get away. But meanwhile, Shield does find out that, of course, he was kidnapped. Of course, it is a chameleon the whole time. And that's why they go after Spider-Man. Because Nick Fury believed that he had a web hand in this. Well, thing is though, Black Cat, she takes off her mask, has, the police puts on her mask. Black Cat, she was like really big, strong kind of buffing woman. Then she goes back to her short, kind of skinny self, but she takes off her mask. But she can automatically just do that, you know, because Landon perfected it that way. A short time later, though, with some help, you see, John Jesse putting his cat suit on, but he gets captured, no one killed, him and Felicia, but you find out that they're working together. I presume, they with the trick. And John has Jesse as the cat, is able to, someone and able to complete the experiment. He's like, I only need to keep it in here. My greatest weapon, my mind. And he's able to use it and, stop the machine going and Spider-Man, takes off the cat mask, revealing him and cat fight. It's something I have to tell you. Well, maybe something later. And, they fight, they fight off Kingpin's men and they win, but then after that, he says goodbye, a heartwarming goodbye to Anastasia and Felicia, but because of the secret, because he knows too much, put them in danger, so he has to, thanks up to Spider-Man, turn himself to prison. And he wishes he knew who Black Cat was. Of course, he never finds out in the animators. Well, unless, like what they did with the X-Men when they, at the issues they had, like the Spider-Man 95 series or whatever they're planning to do. Well, if they ever do it, we would get something like that. That'd be cool. See more of a romance built between Black Cat and Spidey. I think I'd rather have that than Mary Jane. I do like Mary Jane in the series, but I like Black Cat too. Yeah. Anyway, that was the Black Cat episode. Good episode. There's one more episode, guys. And that is an episode called Partners. This opens up with Black Cat swinging through the city. She thinks that Spider-Man doesn't want her to help her. Spider-Man just doesn't want to put herself in danger or wants her to be careful. And she's like, okay, you're just babying me. And eventually Felicia notices that they're the right foundation. She's like, no, there's something suspicious going on there. And she ends up being right. But she fights with this criminal. She knocks one guy out, fights with these guys, and Spider-Man shows up. And she's like, I can't let her handle this job herself, but she does. But eventually she gets knocked out herself. He takes care of the dogs. Out of that, though, well, Schmei showed up, who was kind of turned like to a robot, you know, with these beams he's got on his shoulders, that he can shoot at you. Yep. It says Kingpin, he's working with Kingpin for a while. With Kingpin, lied to him about his father. Was a showing Disney Plus for all that. But anyway, he says Alex says he's working with a new crime boss now that's helping him with his father. That's why he's doing it. And he kidnaps her and he placed a big baby diaper warehouse where was like Silverman. He does a video call her and that her father, Silverman, can see for himself. Silverman is actually a baby boy. He was a grown old man. He messed with the tablet of time. And doing that, it turned him into a little baby. Turned him to a baby. It's very silly, very goofy, but again, comic book, so I can kind of see why being a little silly is necessary sometimes. But there's a lot of it's dark in here, isn't it? But you're like, give me the bottle, I need my bottle. You're like this. He's like, good thinking's fine. Spider-Man weakness is that he cares too much. But Spider-Man, you're gonna get the kidnap Black Cat, just use her as bait. These spider slayers, which somebody sent Alistair sends out after Spider-Man tells him that he needs to get the Scorpion or the Vulture, get one of them to help him with his boss, throw back his age. Scorpion and Vulture have been laying low though for a while, trying to set up crime. Scorpion is now in a relationship. He's trying to change his life, not be criminal anymore. Be right back. Yeah, a little better, guys. Mm, mm, a little more light. Out from the blinds. Anyway, like I said, Scorpion's trying to change Matt Gargan. He wants to go back to being Matt Gargan. At first, he was traded to, be a weapon against Spider-Man, to fight Spider-Man. And now, he's in a relationship, and his girlfriend tells him, no, I'm gonna save $500. We're trying to save up some money. We'll get you back. We'll get the money. Don't worry. He's like, okay, I'll listen to you. But eventually, Scorpion gets fed up with listening to her and decides to go rob a place, which gets leads into Spider-Man. Spider-Man's trying to get him, fight Spider-Man for a little bit, but he gets knocked out. So he's able to let Smite know about it, and they capture Spider-Man too. Scorpion only has Arthur because he wants to be human again. He wants to be Matt Gargan again. Later on his other episode, I forgot to mention though that Harry wanted to talk to him, but he changed it into his spider costume real quick. Either way, yeah, like, sorry, Harry. I know being Spider-Man, you get to follow my friends and all that. Sorry. Well, he told him to make a announcement that he has made a new breakthrough in energy, and Scorpion sees that this and that realizes he needs to return back to normal, so he, tries to steal the money. So she used he might like to use Spider-Man. Yeah, they're gonna capture him too. And since Superman sees he's like, seems like a Spider-Man's powers, you know, just place with you, Spider-Man. I'll get all your powers. I'll be unstoppable. Hmm. Neurogenic recomputer is about to work as they got him, Superman strapped there. Well, Superman strapped into his suit, get ready for it. But Vulture comes out. I can't switch places with Vulture, this place with Vulture. He becomes a very old man again. Very elderly, maybe like in, let's say 90s, very late 90s. Vulture's ever like, I'm wrong again, so great. Spider-Man, Lone Scorpion and Black Cat, they fight him. When Superman's men, they beat them, get trapped in there. Superman and his daughter, Alice, Superman escape. At least, he's like, at least Daddy, you don't have to wear diapers anymore. I wasn't too sure about that, he says, and they're able to, Scorpion doesn't want to listen. Scorpion, you know, has a little fight with Black Cat stuff there. We get him to use his sting, break his sting on the door, which Black Cat's able to open. They get out of there safely. And he tells Black Cat that he cares for her, even more, has feelings for her. And, Scorpion reunites Sarah, his fiance. And Scorpion has had a brief fight with Smite. Smite takes his father back with him, on the machine. She gives Spider-Man a kiss on the cheek by opening his mask, not taking the full mask off, as she respects his identity. Then with her grapple hook, she smooths away. I was like, my life just got a bit more interesting, and it ends there. And that's all the episodes on this disc. Now I'm going to talk about a little bit of yeah, that was it, right? Okay, yeah. So it was Dr. Octopus, Something Dangerous, the Cat, the Black Cat, and Partners. Okay. And two episodes of the 60 show, which I'm going to talk about real quick. This opens up with Peter Parker getting sent into the wood, materialized in this wooden area. Eventually, the car swerves off the road, lands on a tree, but he's able to visit Spider-Man. And this was from the 60s. Spider-Man, even though he's a teenager, he sounds like a 50-something-year-old man, you know, a middle-aged man almost. The Spider-Man sounds like in the 60s or something. Anyway, he flies out of there, sees what the prize one, sees that's Doc Ock, and but he reveals his plan. Doc Ock reveals his plan to blow apart in New York City. He fights Spider-Man a little bit. Spider-Man's able to get out of the situation. He's able to kind of like whip Spider-Man. Spider gets out of it. They fight a little bit with Spider-Man. Betty Brant and J. Jonah Jameson realize why has Peter disappeared? So they try to go to the find out why he's disappearing. You know, Betty does, and she is captured by Doc Ock. But she's able to help Spider-Man. They're able to defeat Doc Ock. Yeah, yeah, so not great, but And Sub-Zero for Spidey. On a blistering day afternoon, Peter is walking into the house. Scientist named Dr. Smarty, whatever his name is. All I remember is that this is giant Iceman. Well, who you find as the Pluto, and they're here to help the world or whatever. They're not hostile though. They thought they captured them. This wasn't alright. I didn't really care for this Sub-Zero episode. It was alright. Didn't really care for that. That's just me though. And the episode Power Daughter was good, but before the origin of Spider-Man episode to be part of the best of the 60s in my opinion. I just prefer the 90s better, but I don't mind watching it as being a Spider-Man fan. But yeah. So anyway, that was my review of Spider-Man versus Doc Ock. One of the DVDs, or that's got the different episodes of the 90s show. Again, the 5 seasons of this show is now on DVD. Oh, I forgot, guys. I was going to mention my rating for movies is going to be the same on this channel. And when I do, rate snacks, I do snack videos, it'll be the same grade as well. But anyway, for my ratings for movies, it'll be like 5 out of 5 stars, which means the movie's a classic. It's great. One of the best movies of all time, or one of my favorites of all time. Or, 4 out of 5 stars. That means the movie's good. It's a really enjoyable film. I do have some, like I say, I have some issues with it though. but it could have been better. Or no, I'm sorry. I mean, the a good movie. It just has some problems, but despite that, it'll be an enjoyable movie. So 4 out of 5 stars means it's a good movie, just not a great movie. 3 out of 5 stars means that the movie's okay. It's a time waster at best, in my opinion. It could have been a lot better. Or it's just meh. That's what that means. 2 out of 5 stars means that, in my opinion, that my rating, that means that it's just not a good movie. It's so bad, it's good. It's so bad, it's good. It's not a good movie. It's laughably bad. That's why I see it sometimes. It's just a movie I can laugh at for how bad it is, but not a good movie. But 1 out of 5 stars means that even though the film might, that's the place of me saying the movie sucks, it's awful. The movie I could watch probably for one thing I could like about the movie, I could watch it, but I'll never watch it again. 1 out of 5 stars, but I only give it one because there's something, even though if I find a film terrible or crappy, I might find something I actually kind of do like about it. Just a little bit, you know. Yes, even though there are some terrible movies, there are a lot of terrible movies out there in the world, but there are some things I can like about terrible movies, at least one thing or two. 0 to 5 stars means that the film is just complete shit. It's complete awful. The language that I would never watch it again in my lifetime. Yeah, so it's 0 to 5 stars. That's the worst rating that a movie can get for me. That means bottom low for me. And I do give thumbs up and a thumbs down. And I will give a thumbs up for Spider-Man Star. Like I said, some of the problems I have is some of the animation. It hasn't aged well in my opinion here, but it's some of it has. It's really good. I mean, it was the '90s, and I love Spider-Man. '90s is still the best incarnation of Spider-Man. I love the voice cast. Christopher Dana Barnes as Spider-Man, fantastic. He's my Spider-Man. He's the best out of them, in my opinion. I'm sorry, I think he's better than Toby and Andrew and Tom. This was my introduction to Spider-Man. This was the Spider-Man that first got me into Spider-Man. This show actually made me a fan of Spider-Man. But yeah. Uh, Even though, yeah, I would talk about was more episodes, it's just one episode about him. So if you're expecting this whole DVD about these episodes to be about, fighting Doc Ock, no, it's just one episode. The rest of it's about Black Cat, which is cool. I do like seeing Black Cat in here. The whole thing with the how Smart character seeing him again was cool, and that stuff from a guy being a baby. Yeah, that's really silly and ridiculous, but it is what it is. I could laugh at that, how silly it is. But I do enjoy Spider-Man vs. The '90s show was great in my opinion. I love it. Still a great show in my opinion. I definitely recommend it. If you love Spider-Man, you're a fan of Spider-Man, I definitely recommend the '90s show. But watch it on Disney Plus here, Disney Plus. Sadly, it has 5 seasons, but there's 5 seasons on DVD. But I'm gonna give Spider-Man vs. Doc Ock a thumbs up. So guys, tell me in the comments down below. What do you think of Spider-Man vs. Doc Ock in your opinion? Do you like it? Do you hate it? What do you think of the '90s Spider-Man TV series? All right. Still be tomorrow. I'm thinking maybe Friday for this. But Friday, well, next week and maybe more reviews. Anyway, next will be one more One more for the '90s Spider-Man cartoon. This is another DVD I have of mixed up episodes, but this time he teams up with another the Marvel comic book superhero, that is Daredevil, and that is next is Daredevil versus Spider-Man. Well, thanks for watching, guys. Like, comment, subscribe. Remember, thanks Spider-Man versus Doc Ock. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and please share my channel as always. Share this video. I appreciate it. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm gonna do this maybe time videos. I sure. I'm sure I'll do more videos on my phone eventually one day. Maybe for movie anniversaries. I did it before. I want to do it again. Or scenes for movies that I want to review one day, but not anytime soon. That's way down the road for that. But thanks for watching, guys. I do have plenty more videos coming up, so stay tuned for the next review. Will be Daredevil vs. Spider-Man. This might be uh, Friday, June 14th. Yeah, it is. Okay. And then maybe Spider-Man next Saturday, Spider-Man 2002 revisit review, and a review for Daredevil. Speaking of Daredevil, yeah, a review for the 2003 Daredevil film, starring Ben Affleck and Jennifer Gardner, the late Michael Clark Duncan, and Colin Farrell. So that'll be next Saturday. I've been wanting to review that movie and the director's cut. Probably not next weekend. But anyway, guys, the following Saturday afterwards. But anyway, thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and see you later. Bye bye. Thanks for watching. Bye. Bye bye.